Come on in.
That always kept me
Yep.
searching within these walls. Home is now the place of refuge and escape. Serenity surrounds me. A miracle is happening to me. I'm finally learning what a home can be. Within these walls, I have learned to fly, to take charge of my life, and find peace inside me.
Peace, be still.
Within these walls, we love and work and play, finding joy along the way. And now I want to stay within these walls. Within these walls, my thoughts would pull me down. I wouldn't look around to see that love surrounds me.
Come on in.
These walls, friends now gather here, and laughter fills the air. It's all that I was wanting. I've tried before to do it on my own. Now I found a way to make a home. Within these walls, I have learned to fly, to take charge of my life, and find the peace inside me. Within these walls, we love and work and play, finding joy along the way. And now I want to stay within these walls.
Come on in. Where is everybody today?
Within these walls, I have learned to fly, to take charge of my life, and find the peace inside me. Within these walls, we love and work and play, finding joy along the way. Now I want to stay within these walls.
Come on in, everybody. I know it's a sleepy Saturday afternoon. I haven't looked at the weather, but the weather here is rainy. I just stuck my nose out the door and it is rainy. So, folks, I have a roast in the crock pot. It is going to be lovely with carrots and potatoes and onions and just this nice 2-pound roast. So I'll have leftovers. I'm cooking it just the way Robert likes it. He likes it a little bit on the chewy side. I like it falling all apart, and he likes it on the chewy side. So. But I've just been puttering this afternoon. I'm letting my hair kind of get, if you wash your hair too much, it gets too dry and brittle. And today, the Roomba broke. And you want to know why the Roomba broke? My hair's long. Robert blamed it on my hair. He said, it's not Molly hair. It's Marla hair. So that was funny. It got wrapped all around the little gears, and he had to take it all apart and clean it. But it's all better now, except it's lost in the house. So we got to find it. I think it's under our bed somewhere, under my nightstand. It gets... Anyway, I don't know why I cooked a roast beef, because the 17th is corned beef and cabbage. So I'll cook a corned beef on then, because I already got a little bitty one. Robert doesn't buy for leftovers. He buys for one meal. So I've been hanging stuff. Now, if that falls in the middle of my afternoon talk. Oh my goodness. I hung it. It may not be perfect, but guess what? It's on the wall. And I don't know if you can see this picture right here. This is a picture of there we go. I'll get this way. It's a butterfly weed, and those 3 butterflies on that bush when Robert took that picture. I asked him the other day. I said, "Do you have a picture of the butterfly weed? It used to be by our front door, and it just died." So I figured I'd take that picture, and it would make me happy every day to see that picture with those butterflies. So that's my butterfly corner, y'all. I turned it into a butterfly corner. Anyway, it makes me happy. Makes me happy. So I've hung In God We Trust. It's not beautiful, but hey, it works. Makes works for me. Anyway, so what are we going to talk about today? This morning I know what we can talk about. Right after Robert and I got married, and if you don't have any command hooks like these that are picture hangers, and you put sticky on the back, you put one on the back of your picture and you attach the other one, and then you put it on the wall where you want it, you need to get some. I just ran out. I got to order some more. These are the greatest things for hanging pictures. Now this big heavy thing I had to hang with nails, but everything else is pretty much hung with these. And they are an amazing tool. Just Velcro and sticky that doesn't tear your wall up. But they have lots of things. And in my book, The Chaos Cure, I talked about lots of ways to do things. But many years ago, and this is why I thought of the command hooks, because many years ago, Robert, when we first got married, he said, "Honey, get this adjusted just right because you're not seeing the top of my head." He said, "Honey, if I fold the towels for us, are you going to refold them?" And I said, "Why would I do that if you folded the towels?" And he said, "Well, I tried to help when I was married to Sue, and every time I folded a towel, she'd refold it because I didn't fold it the right way." I just started laughing. And I said, "If somebody wants to fold towels for you, you do not, I repeat, you do not refold them." He said, "Well, that's good to know." Well, towels can be used more than one time, folks. They can. They really can be used more than one time. You take a bath, you take a shower, you get your body clean. So you're just drying off a clean body. You could use it a week if you wanted to, or you could use it 3 days and change it out. But never, and I mean never, put wet towels in a hamper, because you know what's going to happen to them? They're going to get stinky and mildewy, and you don't need that. So get some command hooks. Got some on the wall over there. Get some command hooks and put a hook for every person in your house, and then put a Post-it note over the top of it that says, "This is Mom's towel hook. This is Dad's towel hook. This is Dennis's and Janie's and Zoe's towel hook." You know, just put a Post-it note up over it, a note card, or make a cute little calligraphy drawing if you want to get fancy. But when you take the towel and you dry off, if you hang it up by the next night, your towel's going to be dry again. But if you throw it in the floor, if you wad it up and throw it in the hamper, it's just going to get smelly and nasty. And who needs more stuff to do? Who needs more stuff to do? You got it? You don't need to put more work on yourself. And you need to wash towels and sheets in hot water. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. You can, towels need to be washed in hot water, or you're never going to get, if they're mildew, you're never going to get them clean. Never. So you deserve, if something's broken in your house, and we got a testimony about this not long ago. The house her house was leaking and it's causing mold and mildew. This stuff can play havoc with your health. You got to get rid of run your vent hood. Robert's just going to die because I hate to run the vent when I'm in the bathtub because I like the moisture. I want to breathe the moisture. I don't want to get it sucked out. But mold and mildew can play havoc with your health. And if you have a washing machine who has a leaky hose on it, fix it. You can go to the hardware store and take the one with you and get a new one, or buy 2 new ones and put it on. Now today is the day we change our clocks. I know we hate this time. We hate it. It messes with our kids and our dogs and our cats. Nobody likes it. But we really like it in the summertime. We really like it in the summertime. So be thankful we get to change our clocks back tonight. It's rainy and nasty outside. Robert's not going to run out and get us any dinner tonight. We went out last night and we found our little food truck that we like. You spring forward tonight. You spring forward tonight. And we found our little food truck. I had to send them a message and say, "Where are you tonight?" Because they hadn't posted it on their page. And so we drove over to Etowah and found my little German food truck that we love. We started the pandemic, our last meal, the last supper for us was at our favorite German restaurant. When Robert retired, they catered his retirement party. And we hadn't had German since Christmas, so, because they hadn't been at our normal place, at the Acosta Brewery. Now, we don't get the beer, but hey, the Wiener Schnitzel was pretty good. And I didn't wear a mask because I wasn't going to be around anybody. So all I did was place my order and walk away. Just place my order and walk away. And there was somebody singing, and he looked at me and like I thought something about it. I said, "Man, I sing every day." You ain't going to stop me from singing. He was singing Grateful Dead or something. I don't know. That was not a time that I've listened to a lot of music. So, drink up, everybody. Life is good. Life is good. Especially when we trust in God. When you give it all to God, it's just wonderful. So I've listened to a couple more devotionals. I started The Passion of the Christ, and I have to give my full attention to it, and I wasn't, so I felt bad about it, so I turned it off. I will go back in there when this show is over, and I'll start it again from the beginning. It's just, you just have to be thankful and know that everything's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. It'll be okay even if it's not okay, because God has a plan. Isn't that weird? It'll be okay even if it's not okay with you. That's our perfectionism working when we're not okay with something. So I got my indentured servants working. I got my bread machine going, my crock pot going. So dinner will be served. Be served a little later. It's all good. I'm thankful for those indentured servants. My bread machine, and I did something cool a couple of times ago. When I made one loaf of bread, I made 3 bags of the dry ingredients for the bread. 3 bags. And I wrote on the bags, and I've saved the bags. So all I have to do is add the yeast, because I keep that in the refrigerator. The yeast, a cup of warm water, and 3 tablespoons of oil. Imagine that. And all I do is pull the bag out, dump it in there, put the water in there, and let the machine do its job. And it makes it fun, and it makes it easy. I don't have any stumbling blocks to making a loaf of bread. I have this cute guy that I follow on Twitter, and his nickname is Cat Turd. Cat Turd said he was going to he lives in Florida. He's going to the grocery store to get a loaf of bread. I'm thinking, I don't have to go to the grocery store to get a loaf of bread. We've got 2 loaves in the freezer in the basement that are Robert's favorite bread. It's a whole wheat bread. And then we have one in the indentured servant bread machine making away. So I was thankful I didn't have to go to the grocery store to get rolls or buns or anything else. We got a supply. Somebody's starting a project. Here's the deal with starting projects. Always clean up after yourself before dinner. Always clean it up and put it away. Now, if you ever watched Little House on the Prairie, Ma Ingle, she had her sewing basket right beside her chair, which was right by the fireplace. That's where they got their light. They did have some lanterns, but that's where she would sew. So she had her sewing basket there. So when she would sit down to rest, she would mend socks. She would do certain things, just like sharpening your axe. And she would put it all away when she was finished, and she would go cook dinner or whatever. Crocheting a mile a minute. I don't know what a mile a minute Afghan is. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, folks, get your dinner going so you don't have to think about it. Just get it going. Everybody likes my new wooden sign. I got it on Amazon, and it was made by a chainsaw artist in West Virginia. If I had to live some other place, it'd probably be West Virginia. I love it up there. It's so beautiful. Anyway, folks, trust in the Lord. Everything will be okay. Everything's going to be all right. I can think of a million songs. You just got to give it to God. Y'all got some good dinners going. I'm telling you, I'm hungry already. So sometimes you just need to turn off everything and just listen. We do it sometimes on the back deck, but it was too wet out there today. I couldn't do it out there today. So trust in the Lord. Get your Bible out. I got a homework assignment for you. I'm going to do this right now. Instead of turning on the Passion of the Christ, I'm going to go in and find the book of Ephesians and read it. It's just a few short chapters. I'm going to read the book of Ephesians. You do it with me. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Plan something fun with the kids. If you hadn't made memories with the kids yet, get out a board game tonight and play a board game like Monopoly or play cards. We always like to play Uno. Justin loved Uno, and it's a fun game. Or play Go Fish. There's always a card game you can play. See y'all later. See you later. It's going to be a fine evening with your family. Yeah, there's an audio book of Ephesians. And I have it I downloaded all of them from Audible. The whole Bible read as if it were a novel, without the chapter and verse to break up the flow. So that's how I'm going to listen to Ephesians. Hey, Joy, we're reading the book of Ephesians. Anyway, folks, y'all have a good rest of the day. Love you all. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow's Sunday. Be sure to turn your clocks forward 1 hour before you go to bed, so you won't get up in the morning and think that it's church time, and it's not. You got it? Talk to you later. Bye.